in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Minnesota Vikings. This is taken near the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Come on, QB, come on. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Whip, roll out. Watch the whip. Jumper. Sleep grip.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Nice, sweetheart. Check nickel. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, lock it. Hit it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The dump off good for 8 there on 1st down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check 15. Slay. Hey. Go.
They'll try the left side. Jefferson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. On 3rd down, Jefferson. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo. Look at me. Go. Ready?
They'll run with Lindsay. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Second down and goal. Lock. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got
the first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
They'll drop the throw. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
Check three. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I got you. Hey, watch that.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be taken at the 10. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's locked. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways. Might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing his lock on third down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The throw over the middle taken in and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards, 1st down Vikings. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check 43.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 4. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Sets up 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Lock now to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. He's got a man. Complete. That's good for 28 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing on 1st down is Lock. They'll find Lindsey here. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it a 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it's third down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Check 99.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 46-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Not today, you are. Not today.
They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Lock now, 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Look at me, zipper. Mine's 50, mine's 50. 5.
On 2nd down and 4. Lock. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go. 60 or. Hey, lock it. Kill.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. The try here for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
A pass there complete to Sutton. A good pickup there, a 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either. I
think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On the double. Check, 59. Now. Get that ball. Hey, Steve 6. Let's go.
Block now on first down. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
25. Check 25. No.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
X3, 218, chop. Ready.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
What we got?
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action. They'll throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. He'll look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the out.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. On 2nd and 12, Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On first down, Lindsey, and he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Another run by Lindsey. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
At the 26-yard line.
Yep. Check, 59. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hey, exit. Mike's 59. All day, baby, all day, all day, all day. Ready?
Now to the air, Locke. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The quick throw caught by Sharp. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Second and 11 at the 41-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Ready. 8-3. Watch the run. Check 31. Topper. Go. SOS. Check. Hurry up now.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He's going to go up top and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Let's go. 54 Mike. Get your swerve on. Hey, watch this.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Now a desperation throw. It got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 37 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 23. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for Denver, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bump it. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah,